Hello, Mr. Cast. I'm joined here by Ethan Gress.
We, as a conservation district, prioritize taking care of our environment around the county to the best that we can. My position primarily focuses on tree planting, all the shelter belts, windbreaks, snow fences that are put up outside of city limits.
What stage of that process are you in currently in the year?
At the moment, I'm waiting to pick up all the trees that we have ordered for the year.
Where do you get those trees from?
I have ordered them from 3 different nurseries. Lincoln Oaks, located in Bismarck here, the State Nursery up in Towner, which is partnered with NDSU, I believe, and then a Big Sioux Nursery down in Watertown, South Dakota.
How big are these when you get them? Or what's the size of?
So as a
plant?
conservation district, we are only allowed to plant what is considered conservation grade trees, and that size is anywhere between 10 to 24 inches.
So how many at a time do you pull up to a job site with?
A lot. For 100 feet of trees, you're looking at about 25 lilacs.
Okay.
For a ponderosa pine, we're going to space those out about 14 to 16 feet apart.
So that's what you'll be doing all summer long, is the planting process?
Yep. So we will hope to start planting here in the middle of May and finish up by the end of June at the very latest. And then after we do all of our plantings, we go back to them and lay the fabric, the weed barrier fabric, over the top of the trees, go back around to all the sites and do a survival count on the trees after we've given them a couple of months to establish themselves.
When you drive around town, are you aware of every tree? Do you look at them and think about them probably a half second longer than every other person?
I would say now that I've been in the position for a while, yes. It is.
Yeah.
It is strange how much more you think about something when you care about it.
Sure.
And beforehand, they were just trees, and now I work with them every day, and it's pretty cool to be able to drive down the road and point out a species and everyone in the car be like, oh, that's the tree guy.
So all those trees out there in the lines had to be planted at some point, right?
Yes.
So basically there was just nothing until...
As far as linear tree rows go, yes.
Right.
There was nothing there before.
Do you think about in 15 years, driving by certain places that
For
you'll
sure.
be like, that was me?
For sure. Out towards our family farm, we did 3 or 4 plantings just on the way back there. And so every time I go out there, I pass them, and you see they're only this tall, but you see them, and in 20 years they'll be hopefully pretty mature, and it'll be cool to see.
What is the purpose of planting them in the rows?
Our primary goal, I should say, is to help with wind protection, soil erosion, snow deposits, things that can end up, I don't want to say ruining, but causing issues for the producers.
Are there any plants or trees that you wish you could plant here?
Yeah, North Dakota is somewhat limited to what we're able to plant just due to the soil that we have up here and the cold. We grow the choke cherries, the buffalo berries, the wildlife kind that you see out in the hills of North Dakota.
Yeah.
Whereas if you tried to plant an orange tree in your front yard, it's probably not going to do too well.
Do you know the number of how many trees you've planted so far?
In my one season of planting, we did around 90,000 linear feet. This year we're planning on around 120,000 feet.
Well, thank you so much, Ethan, for joining us on Mistacast. To all those out there, next time you drive by a tree row, maybe this guy had something to do with it. You never know. Somebody had to plant that. Happy Earth Day, even though that will be 2 weeks ago. But let's love the earth, everybody.
I agree. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.